everybody, and welcome to another episode of Fiskars TV. I'm Suzanne Walker, and today we have a very special guest lined up for you. She's the host of the PBS show Scrapbook Memories. She's an author, she's an instructor, she's a talented designer, and lucky for us, she's a huge Fiskars fan. So sit back, relax, and get ready to craft with Julie McGuffey. Welcome, Julie. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, it's great to be here. I'm really excited.
Well, wonderful. You brought these cute little purses. Are you going to show us how to make these?
I am. These were in an issue of Paper Creations magazine, and everybody has just absolutely loved them.
I'm
and
sure
so
they
I
have.
thought I'd show you how to make them.
Great.
Now, I started off with a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and I'm using the supersized circle frame templates.
Okay.
Now, I actually used my self-healing mat here, and I actually marked a line 5 inches in from the edge on the from this side, and then also down from the top. And I have centered this large frame template right in the middle, and you can actually use the guidelines on the template to do that.
Oh, great.
Now, I'm using the new Ultimate Shape Express, which is absolutely fabulous. This is the best personal die cutting system. I absolutely love it. But the first, because it's a swivel blade, the first thing I'm going to do is just align that blade. I want to make sure it's going in the direction that I want it to go. And I'm using the outside of the circle, and we are going to go all the way around. And on the back of the large frame template, there are some little rubber stoppers. So this is not going to slip around on you, but you do need to hold it firmly and go slowly. We don't have to hurry in our crafts. I'm just going to go around again, just make sure it's completely cut. And lift that off. And we'll just set that aside, Suzanne. And now we have our circle. And now you can see why I did the lines on it, because we really want to mark a center point, because now we're going to do some scoring. Okay. And believe it or not, I'm going to use the paper trimmer to do my scoring.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to park the blade right down at the bottom, and then I'm going to put this in, and actually I need to mark where I need to score first. So if you would pass me the quilt ruler, Suzanne, that's right there.
There you go.
And I need to score a line that's 1 inch on either side of the center line. And this is why I love to use the quilt ruler, because I can lay that right on top and it shows me exactly where it's going to be. And I'm going to make a pen mark, 1 inch on this side, and then we'll move it over and draw a line on this side, like that. And then this is going to be the bottom of the little purse. Now, I need it to be 4 inches wide. So now I'm going to draw a line 2 inches away from the center line.
We have our ruler upside down.
But you know what? It's okay, because I'm just looking at the line.
Okay.
I don't have to read the numbers.
All right, great.
Okay. So I'm just placing it on the center line, that black mark, and I know that this is 2 inches away. So we'll just draw this line over here. We'll move this down here, set it in place, and draw it here. Now, we have all our lines drawn, so it's going to be easier for me to actually see where I'm going to score.
Okay.
So, again, I'm going to use the trimmer, and I'm going to set this on top. Now, in our personal paper trimmer, you have a cutting channel, and I'm going to use that channel to my advantage and actually use a stylus to score. And I'm going to line the lines up with a channel, like this, and I do put the ruler down, and using the larger end of a stylus, I'm just going to run that stylus down there very lightly, and I can go over it again. This side, we're not going to do the center line. That was just a guideline for where these other lines need to be. And we're going to score this line, and then we will turn it around. And I'm going to score this part in the middle here. Now, what I want to do, because this purse is actually going to fold inwards to create the sides, I am going to cut. And I'm going to cut from the outside up to that first line, and then we'll stop. And the arrows are going to show me exactly where the cutting blade is, so I know exactly where to stop. I'm going to lift up the ruler, move it along until it's right over that next line, put it down again, and then I'm going to cut the other side. Now, that's the great thing about a fixed blade trimmer. You can do that. And so now we've got our little flaps. We'll turn it around and we'll do the same on the other side.
Some great tips on using the trimmer.
Well, it is a little unusual, but it's just something I like to do. And we each develop our own little our little tips as we work with the tools. Again, we're scoring the center, and then I'm going to pull this down from the top and stop at that first line. Again, lift the ruler and move it down, press, and then cut that second part. Now, if I have done this correctly, we should have a little purse.
Okay.
I'm going to set the trimmer aside, and then what we'll do is we're going to just fold this up. So I'm going to fold that there like that. And of course, the lines are going to be on the inside, so they won't show when the purse is made. We'll fold this up, fold the little flats here, like this. And of course, you can make this in any color that you want. You can make it larger or smaller. There's lots of different sizes of circles. And if you have a circle cutter, you can use that too. And now what we're going to do is just fold those in like that, fold the sides up, and here we have the basis for our purse. It's as easy as that. Isn't that cute?
That's very cute.
So let's put a little bit of tape on so we can hold our flats in place, because we're also going to make handles. We have to have a handle on our crafts, right?
Yeah, that looks a
Keep
lot
it
more
together.
complicated than it was. I'm surprised
It's
at how
very
quickly you
easy.
did that.
We'll put this down, and of course you can do a lot of variations. This was actually made using the circle, but you can use ovals, and you get a different shape. In fact, the little purse at the front that you showed at first, the striped one, that was actually made using a large oval. Now we folded this in like this, and we can just leave this like this, and it's a perfect little container for 4x4 cards, or for favors at a birthday party or a wedding party. You could do it in white and decorate it with lace, but we're going to decorate it. We'll do something for Mom, and I just have a strip of pattern paper, and it can be whatever you have handy, or you can leave it plain if you want. When you make something, there's no right way or wrong way. There's only your way, and we have no rules. It just has to be a lot of fun. And everything that you make yourself is special just because you made it yourself. So we've added a little pattern, and now as I said, we need to get a handle on the purses. So now I'm going to use the yellow template, and this is a nested template. And again, it's all circles, and these are all graduated sizes, which is important because we're going to cut some rings. Now on our handle, I'm going to cut the inside of the ring first, and we'll just pick a size. It really doesn't matter what size it is, but I'll do this one right down here. Now when we're using these templates, the same as with the large super size frame templates, we have to make sure that our template is the right way up. So it has to be smooth on top, and as long as you can read the word Fiskars, you know you're on the right track. So,
Those are words to live by.
exactly. And again, I'm just going to make sure that my blade is aligned, and I'm going to cut the center circle for the handle. This is just a little 8x8 piece of paper, and it's a nice weighted cardstock. So now we're going to keep this. Don't throw it away.
Okay.
You never throw anything away.
I'm learning that.
And then we'll go around the outside with the largest size. Now, if this wasn't large enough, then we could use the smallest size of the super frame templates, because all these circles, they're all in graduated sizes. And not just in circles, they're also in ovals and squares and heart shapes, rectangles, just whatever you need for paper crafting. Then Fiskars has the tool for you and for me, which I love.
You can make a handle out of some other material too.
Yeah, exactly. You could actually, using the eyelet setter, we could, before we put it together, we could punch some holes on either side, put eyelets in, thread ribbon through it. There's just lots of different options, but this is the easiest for right now. And what we would do is just glue our handle in place with a little bit of tape. And again, even with the tape runner, as long as we can read the name Fiskars, we know we're on the right track.
Okay.
A little bit there. And then we will put that on the front like this. And then, of course, we'd make one for the other side. Now, you can also make a little top that would go over the top. There's, as I said, you're only limited by your imagination, right? But we'll keep it simple for right now. Now, I said that we weren't going to throw this piece away because we're going to use it to make some little reinforcements on the bottom. So I'm going to take this circle, and we'll cut this in half using our paper trimmer. And when you're cutting a small piece of paper with the paper trimmer, it's always best to push the blade away from you, because that pushes a small piece of paper up against the top. Whereas if you pulled it down, it might move away from you and you might not get a perfect cut. So now we have two half circles. and I'm going to fold these in half. Now I could go back and use the stylus and the paper trimmer, but I think we'll just eyeball this one.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put some glue on this. There we go. And we can just put this around the bottom like that.
Yes.
And then we would put one on the other side. We can embellish it with brads. We can just do whatever we want, whatever you have at home, whatever you have handy. It's a great way to take all scrapbooking supplies and any paper crafting supplies, but apply them to other things.
These are the cutest projects. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Well, would you like to see some more things we can do with our shape cutter?
We absolutely would. No, we would love to see.
Well, I have some circle projects. There's just so many things that you can do with circles. Who doesn't have a precious page of Baby in the Bath? And it's all about the circles. And then again, just very, very simple, using the supersized frame templates along with the regular template. And here, actually use the shape cutter to create these windows to make this little scrapbook page here. We cut a large square out of the top layer of paper, glued the top layer down, and then we cut out the square in the background paper. And it's a really easy way to make a custom layover for your pages, or to, as I said, to make the window pages.
That is a very nice page.
Again, these are the nested squares on this page here, just using it as a quick embellishment. But then I have to show this favorite here. These are photographs of Jack. And so this is Jack in a box.
This is great.
So let's pull that up. And again, this was made using the squares template. And then we use the rectangle hand punch on the side to thread the ribbon. And you'll see this project on scrapbookmemoriestv.com also with the instructions.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, you are so welcome. It's so much fun with Fiskars.
Oh, we love to hear that. Thank you so much,
You're
Julie. For today's episode giveaway, we have everything you need to make one of these great little purses that Julie showed us how to do. We're going to be giving away the Ultra Shape Express, the Self-Healing Craft Mat, the Supersized Circle Template, and the regular Circle Template. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on Fiskars TV.